Hey everyone, welcome back. This is the next video in our Star Wars customizable card game series. We are making our way through the first limited edition set and 7 of the additional expansion sets that made up the card metaverse in the late 90s, early 2000s. It's really stormy, overcast today, so we're gonna go with some storm sounds. Fans of the channel know that we like to use a little white noise app in the morning to get our meditation on. And so then we just sit back and relax and enjoy looking at some beautiful trading cards. As I mentioned in one of my previous videos, the Premier Limited was the first set, and then the first expansion was A New Hope. Here we have a box, booster box, and what we know about that set is it was printed in 1996, and there were 162 cards in the set, and it was also printed in Japanese. So this is the set in that box. This is the booster box, which is in pretty great shape. I think I must have preserved these pretty nicely. You can see the UPC code and not too many dents. So for these booster boxes, I saved the rule sheet that came with the booster box, and all the pack wrappers that I opened. I think I had a booster box, if not 2 booster boxes of each set, plus a few packs from the card shop that I would pick up when I was a kid. Let's do Chewbacca right there. Okay, so these are the rules, supplements. Each of the expansions had these. Let's go over just really quick just to see if there's any things that we should take a look at when we look at the set of cards. We know it's 162, and it includes additional elements of the Star Wars film. Many of the new cards were created in response to player feedback, kind of like these videos. And this sheet supplements the Premier rules and explains new terms. So the Premier rules came in the little rule book. Those booster boxes did not have a supplemental rule sheet. So these kind of are in addendum to the little booklets that they put in the starter decks in the limited release. Let's see, there are, I probably won't go through all of these, but there are a lot of immediate effects, a new type of effective card which plays at any time like an interrupt, but stays on the table like an effect. And so immediate effects are not vulnerable to alter, as indicated by the wording of the alter card. Yeah, there's cumulatively, there's undercover, there's capturing characters, tractor beams. There's a lot more creatures in this deck. This set, this release, Brainiac. If you are confused about how to use this card, listen to the words you are or you are himself. You are or I think, I don't know, is it like a Tusken Raider? There are some squadrons, sand crawler interiors. There are hologram cards. 2 new Holo Sight cards, Imperial Holo Table and Dejeric Holo Game Board enables you to play a side game using Dejeric and hologram cards. That's kind of cool. It's like a Scheherazade in Magic. Bluff rules. When playing the dark side, you may enhance your force drains at the Tatooine bluffs. Bluff sites by playing 1 card per turn from your hand face down on your side of the site. This is called a bluff card. Each bluff card allows you to cumulatively add 1 force drains there if you control the site. but the bluff cards are not considered to be in play. The light side can choose at any time to turn over a bluff card. If it is a character, it immediately deploys at the Tatooine, bluffs for free. If it is not a character, it is lost and you lose 2 force. So I'm not sure how I would remember that at all unless I was playing that bluff card. There's some trench rules for the Death Star system, and then on the back of the rules sheet, they do list all the cards. There's sort of here's 162 cards in the set list, kind of like a checklist if you needed to make the set. I'm sure that's what we used back in the day. Let's put this back in the box here to make our sets, because clearly we spent more time putting the set together than we did playing the game. Because so in each little card box, these are like 200 card BCW boxes, I put a little empty starter deck in there. This was the aforementioned rule book that had the majority of the rules in it. How to use the Force, how to customize a deck, the flow of the Force. If you love Star Wars when you saw it on the big screen, you won't be disappointed as the adventure moves from this galaxy far, far away into your own backyard with Star Wars customizable card game. Very cool. Here's the card features that we didn't remember the last time, but there are, light side has rebels, aliens, and droids. Dark side has Imperials, aliens, and droids. There are starship symbols, vehicle symbols, weapons, devices, effects, interrupts, various other icons, rebel pilot, imperial pilot, warrior, astromech, nav computer, scomp link. Rebel force icon have these little lightsabers on them. Imperial force icons have that many red lightsabers on them. There's planets, space, mobile, interior, and exterior. Those must be the locations. And location cards. Play those on the space timeline like Star Trek, and it tells you what all the things are on the cards. And then there's also, we have a light side and a dark side here in the box. So we'll take a look at the cards in this set. My research on A New Hope Limited expansion, it was 162 cards. So that means there are 81 light side, 81 dark side cards. Was introduced in July '96. The set consisted of 54 rare cards, 54 uncommons, 54 common cards. It introduced many of the characters from the Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, that were not introduced in the original base set Premier Limited Edition, which we looked at last time. If you want to see that set review, go back to my videos and look at the Limited Premier set release. The New Hope set also introduced the first epic events cards, such as Commence Primary Ignition and Attack Run, to the game. So we'll look for those in there. And because this is an expansion set, it bears an expansion symbol, which is located near the top right corner of the card to the top right of the lore and below the density number. These symbols were clashing lightsabers on, yeah, so on the mission locations, they're up here. You can see that little, it's really small, but get some focus there. Yeah, so these little clashing lightsabers here are, there's Chewbacca. Chewie-er. So yes, the little clashing lightsaber is the New Hope expansion symbol. Let's do this here. Put and we'll spread our cards out. So there are the location cards. They have, this is a New Hope. This is the light side. These are in pretty good shape. I think for the most part, I must have just opened up these booster boxes and kind of stuck the cards in a binder of some kind or a box and saved them. But we have Clackdoor, 7, Corellia. This is Death Star Trench, where they blow up the Death Star. There's the Jarek Hollow game board that they were talking about in the rule supplement. Kashyyyk, which I think is where Chewbacca is from. Sandcrawler, Yavin 4, and then we have characters. So Chewbacca. Let's put this over here. That. Okay. Chewbacca is our first alien rebel. He is Power 6, Ability 2. So we have Commander Evram Lajai, Commander Warren Vanden Willard, Rebel Commander, Rebel Squad Leader, Rebel Tech, Tyree, Wedge Antilles, and then some aliens. We have Arcona, Brainiac, Corellian, Duik Nats. Garuf LaFoe is one of the new characters that was names revealed in the card set that we didn't know from the movie, but so fans of the movie like these collectible card game sets because they sort of spoiled the name of the characters or kind of filled in some of the gaps, if you will. Then we have some droids. R2-D2, he was not in the first set, but he was in this first expansion. So there's R2-D2. He is an astromech droid. And then we have some starfighters. We have gold 2, red 2, red 5 is a good one. This one's kind of played. Red 6, Tantive 4, Y-Wing Assault Squadron, Incom T-16 Skyhopper. What else do we have? We have Luke's hunting rifle, Mati Seeker, SW4 ion cannon, fire extinguisher, magnetic suction tube, Rectenna, remote, sensor panel, attack run. So that attack run is one of these cards that they were talking about. An epic event card. And you know the text is really small, but I can try to read it to you. So this is the attack run where they go in and Luke puts on his goggles down, his visor thing down, and then moves it out of the way and fires away the shot that hits the Death Star. So this is deploy on a Death Star trench. During your move phase, you may make an attack run as follows. You enter the trench, you move up to 3 on your starfighters into trench, move up to 3 of your starfighters into the trench for free. Dark side may immediately follow with up to 3 ties for free. You provide cover, identify your lead starfighter, proton torpedoes required, and wingmen, if any. Turbo laser batteries and ties with weapons may now target your starfighter. Wingmen first, then lead if no wingmen remaining. Hit starfighter are immediately lost. Otherwise, it's away, draw 2 destiny, or pull up. All starfighters now move to Death Star system for free. If total destiny X plus Y minus Z is greater than 15, Death Star is blown away. X equals the ability of the lead pilot, or 3 if targeting computer is present. Y equals total sights at largest rebel base, Yavin 4 or Hoth, and Z equals highest ability of TIE pilots present. That's a lot of text, and you know, algebra involved to play this. I think I did enjoy math in high school. That's probably why I was attracted to this card game, but that is a lot of text. It kind of, this reads to me like a Planeswalker card that has, you know, different activated abilities in it. Blue Milk, that's my kind of favorite card. This select a player to activate one force and cancel Jury Juice or Hypo. So I do remember the Blue Milk. Luke has a bad feeling about this. Quite a mercenary sabotage. Sorry about the mess. Wookiee Roar. You're all clear, kid. That's a used interrupt. Okay, so that's the light side. We'll wrap the video up here with the dark side, which we have the Death Star. That's a good location. And then what are the Imperial? We have Captain Kurgi, Death Star Gunner, DS614, Imperial Commander, Imperial Squad Leader, Lieutenant Paul Tertium, Lieutenant Shan Chilton, Officer Evax, Reserve Pilot, Trooper Davin Felth, Dianoga, Advos, Danik, Jericho, Dansborin, Defel, Greedo. Actually, Greedo. That's a great one. What do you think? Did Han shoot first or did Greedo shoot first? Put your answer in the comments below. We'll ask that question here. So during your opponent's control phase, you may threaten one smuggler at a time at the same site. Opponent may use all force pile cards to cancel the threat, allowing you to activate same amount. Otherwise, draw Destiny, and if Destiny plus Greedo's ability is greater than 6, the smuggler is lost. So yeah, there's just like a ton of math that I totally forgot about. There's the Tusken Raider. We have some droids, R2-Q2, R3-T6, U3PO, WED-1517, Black 4, Conquest, I think was a big Star Destroyer, TIE Assault Squadron, TIE Vanguard, Victory Class Star Destroyer, Jawa Blaster, Leia Seeker, maybe do the Star Destroyer one, I'll showcase that one. Death Star, Tractor Beam, Hypo, Lost Gate, Magnetic Suction Tube, Tractor Beam. Commence Primary Ignition is the other epic event. You'll remember that this happens in the movie. During your control phase, fire super laser as follows. Name the system. Use X-Force to target a planet system Death Star is orbiting. You may fire when ready, is draw Destiny. Standby. So here's another algebra equation. If Destiny plus X minus Y is greater than 8, target system is blown away and this card is lost. Otherwise, this card is used and one Death Star gunner on table is lost of your choice. So X equals total sites at target, Y equals total Death Star sites where opponent has no presence, and Z equals opponent's choice of X or total sites at one rebel base, Yavin 4 or Hoth. So yeah, that's just a lot of text. I don't know if that helped the game, hurt the game. It was certainly a lot to do in game, which made them possibly longer matches. Krat Dragon Bones, Maneuver Check, Program Trap, Spice Mines of Kessel, Suila Kori, we knew was one of the characters at Cantina, Tentacle, Undercover, Evader, GHHHK, a little game piece from the hollow board. I'm on the Leader, Informant, Monarch, Enoch, Uta Guta Solo, Uta Guta Solo from Greedo there. That's pretty cool. Retract the Bridge, Sniper, Stunning Leader. That's Leia. This is some rescue, and we have a prisoner, says Leia Organa. So that is it. That's the A New Hope Star Wars customizable card game. Very collectible, very popular in late 90s. This is a continuation of our series on the expansion sets, the original set of the collectible trading card games from Star Wars. I'll leave that. Let's see if we can. There we go. And focus. Perfect. So that's what I'll leave you with this week. Next week, we're going to come back and look at the Hoth expansion, which was the second expansion and third kind of official set from Star Wars. I really appreciate you guys watching and just taking the time to relax and appreciate these cards. Star Wars is a favorite movie of a lot of ours, and so I thought it would be nice to chronicle the cards in this set, and then we can revisit a time that had like a different time, you know, like when people would just spend this much time collecting that many cards, reading that many rules to play a game with someone else was just something I don't think we have a lot of time for these days. So that's A New Hope. The Force is with you, and if you like this video, give it a like and a subscribe, and then we'll come back and see you in the next video when we look at the Hoth set, the Ice Planet. Take care. Have a great week, everyone.